Hey guys, it's Friday again and it's Kimberly. Hope things are going well for you. Okay, I tried doing this earlier in a different location and it looked like my signal was horrible. So I figured I would come to you today again from my actual page and see what I could do to tell you about my opinions on this movie that everyone's talking about called What the Health. And I have to say that after watching it, I agree with a good majority of the information that's presented. All right. It's all about the health industry, I should say, in the sense of food when it comes to meat and protein and where we're getting our protein sources from and how it all pans out. So a lot of times people are emailing me and sending me questions about, Kim, what do you think about this whole veganism thing and what's going on? And I have to say, guys, that I honestly am not surprised by the information because I learned a lot of it through my schooling and then just research on my own. But I'm thankful that it's been brought to light. And I want to let people know that most of the information in there is pretty true, even though it is definitely a bias and they're kind of swinging people in one direction, of course, to stop eating meat. The information about the meat and what's going on with our industry is true. So let me break down something really quickly. Most of you guys who know me know that I am a believer in Jesus and I follow the Bible. For me, that is paramount. So I'm going to start off with two things real quick, because I always go to that source first for myself. And in Genesis 1:29, it says, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be your food. They will be yours for food. So in the beginning, the precedence is like how we were supposed to eat was vegetables. All right, so let's just start there. Then the next part is that in Genesis 7:2-3, Genesis 8:20, and Genesis 9:3-5, that's with Noah. And then I'm going to let you read them on your own because I'll be here forever reading those verses. But I want to let you know that that portion is where it says, now you can have animals for food. All right. So there was a time when God was like, I want you to really eat plants. And there was a time where he introduced food. Now it would be a long discussion and we could do a class on that. But I want you to understand that there was a time when our original design was eat just plants. And then there was some meat that came into the equation. So what comes with the movie is, do I think that meat is wrong? No. Kimberly, as a health coach, does not believe, based on those two verses, that meat's wrong. What I do believe from the movie standpoint or the documentary, is that the treatment of the animals and what's going on now is wrong. And also the quantity in which we are all eating is not correct. We are living in a time when we can go to Costco, to Sam's, to the grocery store, and we buy massive amounts of food. And we're eating meat in quantities that probably are not supposed to be consumed for our bodies. So now what I want to do is break down the health stuff for you guys so that you are informed and can make great decisions. So here we go. All right. For protein, women need about 46 grams of protein. Men need about 56. Now, it's anywhere between 50 and 70 for men and anywhere from 30 to 50 for women per day. All right. Now, if you want to get technical, that's about 0.8 grams per kilogram of protein for body weight, or 0.36 grams per pound. You can get technical if you want to. So there's one thing that I will tell you. The next thing is that, like steaks, 100 calories of steak would give you about 11.8 grams of protein. For broccoli, for 100 calories, it gives you about 8.29 grams of protein. So there you can kind of see that vegetables are packed with protein. So you're not going to miss getting protein just from eating vegetables alone. So understand this. Here's some simple math. If you consume 2,000 calories per day from plant sources of protein, all right, 14% of that would be protein of your 2,000 calories is a roundabout. So that's 280 calories. Now you're going to divide that number by 4. This is when you start getting into macros and everything. But when you divide the number by 4, that is 4 calories per gram of protein. So like if you had 280 calories, you divide that by 4 because of the calories, you're going to get that amount per gram, and you'll get about 70 grams of protein. So as you can see, that is at the upper limit of what men need, and definitely almost 2 times what women need. So you can have a complete plant-based diet and get adequate protein. So I'm just trying to bust that myth for people where they're like, I gotta have my protein. Now, yes, you do need B12. And it's very difficult for vegans to get B12. So what you do is you either supplement it with a B vitamin, or you can eat things like algae and fermented vegetables, things like that, and nutritional yeast. So you can get those things that your body needs by being vegan if you want to. I am a firm believer, I studied this in school, I believe it, that we are all biochemically unique, all right? We have bio-individuality. So if my body responds fabulously to no meat, then great. As an A blood type, I really am kind of made to be a vegetarian. I feel great when I eat less meat. When I was 16, I took beef and pork out of my diet. Haven't had it in over 20 years and don't miss it at all. I've recently taken pretty much all meat out and only eat fish recently and feel fabulous. So I'm letting you know that the movie itself is definitely slanted and wants every person to be vegan. The stuff that's happening to our animals and what they're doing to bring us this food to our plate, it is happening. So if you watch the video and you're like, oh, they're just exaggerating. No, I'm telling you, it's the way that it is. When we were catching and hunting and gathering and grabbing stuff and doing the things for ourselves and being hunters and gatherers, it was in a sense humane. Like, yes, you're killing an animal, but you're eating it right then and there. And it's the way in which, we survived. But now the way things are happening, it is creating a mess in our environment. So please do take that into consideration when you're thinking about how much you're putting in. I think, as looking at my little trusty notes that I like to take for you guys every week, because I don't ever want to take too much of your time, I think I've gone over everything. This is, of course, high level. I'm never digging in deep. I just want to inspire you guys to dig a little deeper yourselves. Watch the video, see what you think of it. And I challenge you to take a little less animal protein into your diets and bring more plant protein in and see how you feel. You might feel lighter, you might have less bloating, you might have some good stuff going on in your body and in your gut when you try that. So remember to do all things with joy, and know that I really enjoy coming to you guys every Friday. If you have some topics you want me to talk about and research for you and bring to you, let me know. And Bianca, I hope this solved or helped answer some of your questions. And I look forward to talking to you guys next Friday. Remember to stay positive, and peace and blessings. And remember, do all things with joy. Peace.